Hello, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We're here Sunday, MUFC Unfiltered podcast, the podcast where you can hear last week what happened, days where it happened, but it is the Unfiltered podcast.
Yo, that
sorry,
clip, that
bro.
clip, yo.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy. That's all I'm saying to you. You happy?
Ain't
You see
easy.
what happened last week, man. You know what I mean? It weren't great. It weren't great
Ain't
ending.
easy.
But yeah, man. Listen, people. We're here. We're back. Already 400 of yous in the building. Big up to everybody who's having a good Sunday. I was watching the tennis today, enjoying myself. Big up to Alcaraz, new young champion, man. What a final that was! 5 sets, amazing, amazing final. Literally just be sat on the sofa for 5 hours doing nothing. But that's what Sundays are about, people. So that's been me, Double A, sipping on that water. What are you saying, man?
Hey, I'm good, bro. Thank you. Apologies for the lateness. Obviously, technical issues.
That's all good, man.
My light stand decided to break at the base of rushing around with a glue gun, trying to stick it together. Living that ghetto lifestyle, mate. You know how it is. But big up, Saeed, big up, Flawless, big up the chat every single time. It's always good to be here. Finishing off my week, and starting my week in the best possible way. Yeah, so big up everyone. And yeah, looking forward to talking about another eventful / uneventful week for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say big up to my guy Eddie in that comment as well. That's my guy.
Big up Eddie, man.
Big up Eddie.
Big up Eddie, man. Come on, man. Man like Eddie there, yo. You get me? Like large up, man. Flawless. What you saying, man? All red. You know what I mean? Today, that means Man United are talk of the town. But what you saying, bro?
Yeah, man, always. Yeah, just happy to put this on. But yeah, of course, it's always great being here. Like Double A says, to start the week, end the week, whichever way you want to state it. I doubt there will be any biscuit conversations. People that clip.
No, stay away from that.
I've been laughing at that about that. I watch that clip like on a daily basis. That shit is just hilarious. And what makes it even funnier, Saeed, is your reaction after you said it. And you're like, no, people, don't even stop. Like, so yeah, but they're always good to be here. And always with Manchester United, there's always something to talk about. It's never quiet.
Yep.
There's always something to discuss.
Bro, never quiet, man. I was trying to enjoy my tennis, and then all of a sudden, we get Harry Maguire's statement. So people, make sure you like the video. Over 500 of he's already locked in. So hit that like button right now. Andy Tate can't join us, unfortunately, but he'll be back, whenever he's around. So Andy Tate's always welcome on the channel, as usual. So hopefully he'll be back next week. But Maguire came out with a statement. Bloody hell, I had to get my glasses out, man, because I had to, read it properly because it was a long paragraph. At Man United, you can only have long paragraphs, and especially with Twitter now, So I'm going to break it up to you right now. After discussions with the manager today, he has informed me he is changing captain. He outlined his reasons to me, and whilst I'm personally extremely disappointed, I will continue to give my all every time I wear the shirt. So I wanted just to say a massive thank you to Manchester United fans for all the brilliant support whilst I've been wearing the armband. Since the day I took the role 3.5 years ago, it's been a huge privilege to lead Man United, and one of the most proud moments of my career to date. It's one of the greatest honours in club football, and I've done everything I could possible to help United be successful on and off the field. I will always be grateful to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for the first giving me the responsibility, and I wish whoever now takes it on every success they have to my full support. Harry Maguire. That's the statement he's come out. Flawless, let's start with you, man. You know it is, only Man United can you get statements about captain. People have been saying to me, well, it's to stop the hate and negativity. I hear that. I genuinely hear that. But even still, man, like, it's only at Man United where you get statements about losing the captaincy, where it should just be just a normal thing. You can bring it on, and whoever's the captain next year just announces that he's a captain. But what did you make of the statement? And just in general,
in really, like, I don't really care, to be honest, in regards to the statement, because Harry Maguire has only last season he was only captain in name. We didn't see him as the captain. He didn't look like the captain. He wasn't on the pitch often enough. He was our fifth choice centre back. Like, let's not get that mistaken. There was times when both Martinez and Varane were unavailable, and Luke Shaw was playing ahead of you as a centre back, and Luke Shaw played well. Lindelof was playing ahead of you. You was 5th choice, and even in this summer window, there's been rumours and reports of Manchester United wanting another centre back as well, which would have put you down to 6th choice. So in regards to the captaincy, now it's just been made official. That's how I look at this. I'm not really onto him for the statement. I'm not really onto him. I understand why he did it.
More the camaraderie around it.
Yeah, like I'm not really too fussed in regards to the statement, because if he says something, if he doesn't say anything, he's gonna get hate regardless. You just mentioned him there about the hate and the criticism he receives. Harry Maguire's in that boat where he can do no right. He can do no right whatsoever. He's still gonna get credit. He could do what Rashford did and be feeding people's children, and he would still get criticized. That's where Harry Maguire is in the situation. Very similar to like him working with Ricardo Carvalho, which I actually think is a good thing for him. It actually like shows for the first time some self-awareness that you are not of the level required. Required, I should say. Because I've said in the past, every time he's made statements, there's been no self-awareness whatsoever. All he spoke about was how the team around him not good enough. He needs leaders. He needs pace around him. It's never no accountability. So him going to work with Ricardo Carvalho, say again.
He's got nothing to prove.
Yeah, he's got nothing to prove, all of that type of stuff. And I'm like, well, that with working with Ricardo Carvalho shows is like, I'm trying to improve. Will it improve him to that level? No, but it's at least shows he's trying to improve. But yeah, just in regards to the captaincy, you was only the captain in name. Salute to Ten Hag. I got to give him credit because people have wanted him to be ruthless. This is another ruthless decision. This is another step in the right direction. Now, who the next captain will be, I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll discuss that as well. But yeah, man, it was time. And all this shows is that he's even one step closer to him leaving the football club, which I'm all for. All for.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I think for me, I don't really have a per se about the statement, you know what I mean, in terms of what he said and whatnot. And, you know what I mean, I think for me, and I think even United made a statement as well saying that everyone at Man United thanks Harry for his contribution as captain over the past 3.5 years. The manager will announce a new captain in due course after he has informed his players. You know what I mean? So, how did you view it? Because everyone was saying here, they thought it was a goodbye statement. And I think everyone did at one point, because it was like, everyone was getting excited that he was going to leave in a good way. Not that we're hating on him, and in fact, but we just wanted to move on and get some money. But it was about the captaincy.
Yeah, people need to mistake that. People are like, oh, you hate on him. No, we just don't think he's good enough. That's all
simple. I called him Beckenbauer, so yeah, there ain't no hate from me. I've got humble pie.
You tried, fam. I tried,
man. I called him Beckenbauer.
I didn't go as far as you calling him Beckenbauer, but I did used to defend him and hope that he could become Bell. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
I never tried.
Absolutely.
I said I never tried.
First thing I thought is he didn't write that statement. He hasn't got the capacity to write.
Yeah, he's got his own PR team, 100%.
Not that long.
Rashford. Is he Rashford though? Captions. What was that? Captions. Something.
What did
Rashford write? The De Gea one. I'm like, these guys. Seriously.
Yeah.
Also, the English. The English is terrible. I'm personally extremely disappointed. No, I'm extremely disappointed. You don't have to say personally because you're right in saying the state. I'm pulling it. I'm pulling it. Listen, he already lost. He already lost the captaincy last season, and the best way I can put it to how he lost it, and it's very relevant. It's very of the moment. Let's just say Harry Maguire is Andy 22. The captaincy is Lena, and Bruno's the BBC. That's all I'm going to say. If you're on the internet, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I lost that. Crazy. Say that again. I'm lost.
Maybe not say it again. Yeah. But yeah, go on.
I won't say again. But let's just say, he's been lost it. Let's just say. But I just think it's about time. Listen, he ain't the guy. He ain't the defender. He ain't the player to take this club forward. Yeah. We've all seen that, and I think the comments are going mad.
The comments.
Yeah. I mean, I apologize if anyone's offended by it. I just thought I'd have to just tighten the best way.
It's an Unfiltered podcast. Don't apologize.
Yeah.
That's why I say people, man. Unfiltered podcast. Sunday night. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I've lost my own train of thought now. That's.
No, you were just talking about the actual statement. Talk about the statement.
Yeah. The statement. No, I mean, listen. It's again Manchester United. It can't just be. It's gone. Let's keep it moving. It has to be a big statement. It has to be, And even like thanking Ollie for giving him the opportunity. Like, you know, he didn't thank the manager at all. He just said the manager took him. I don't see anything thanking the manager.
Yeah.
So that to me goes along the lines of is it a goodbye statement and stuff like that. But then he does say there, when I wear the shirt again and this and this. But that could just be pre-season, let's be honest. I'm happy that it's been taken from him because it's one less.
He needed it to take off him. Yeah, exactly.
It's not even that he needed it taken off him. It's the club needed it to be taken off him. And we can now move forward with a proper captain who will be the captain. And yeah, he got it far too soon. And you know, he'd not been in the club 6 months before he had it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's no time, 4 months or whatever. He got it in December, January.
I think Ashley Young had it first. Ashley Young, was it Ashley Young that had the captaincy?
And then
it might have been Ashley Young.
When Ashley went to Inter, won it in the January.
Inter. Yeah.
That's it. And it's like, you're not even established in the team. You can't even be classed as a good player for Manchester United yet. And that's not his fault because, you know, you're not going to turn the captaincy down on Manchester United, especially if you've got an ego the size of Harry 22, as everyone's calling him in the chat now. So, you know, for me, it's
I get it. Harry 22. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Adam 22.
Nah,
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't get the correlation, but I get what you're saying. But go on.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're not going to turn it down. It's a big accolade to have in your career, especially when you come to a big club when you've done nothing apart from get relegated twice or however many times it was. So he was always on a hide into nothing, especially when you can't match what is expected of a Manchester United captain and when you're not good enough to perform at the level that requires you to be a Manchester United captain or what we're used to the players that have worn the armband being. So, listen, it's been 3.5 years of it needed to come to me. I've never rated him. I never even wanted him at the club. The fact we paid £80 million is disgusting. And I think
85 million.
Oh well, you know,
was it 85?
Pissed me off even more.
85, man. Yeah.
So finally, we can. I think it's the first step in him going. I think he needs to realize now. I'm not. He can say he's going to get back in the team all he wants when we know that there's a left back that's taking his spot anyway. So he's fifth on the list. With the emergence of Colwill now, who can play on that side where he plays. His spot for the Euros is in danger, and he needs to wake up now and think, shit, I'm not the captain. I can't get in the team. I'm potentially going to lose my England place. I need to really think about moving on and getting some first team football. But that, you know, it comes down to Southgate as well. Southgate probably needs to have a chat with him.
Yeah,
I love you, Harry, and when you play for me, you're brilliant. But you can't go another season not playing again. You can't have a season coming on playing more minutes for England than you do for your club side. That's ridiculous.
You know what the crazy part is about that? I still think, sorry to cut you off, Southgate's still going to pick him. Let's say he did stay.
Oh, yeah, Southgate
barely play. I still see him not only playing during the qualifiers, during the rest of this year in 2024. He's going to the Euros. Even if Colwill I could see Colwill having a brilliant, say, for argument's sake, he has a brilliant season. I could still see him picking Maguire over.
Yeah. Colwill's for 2026, I reckon, for me, in terms of that year. I think still Euros, Maguire's still got that spot. Just because I feel like for me, Colwill's maybe age and just the fact that experience is not on his shoulder. I think Stones and Maguire are still there for the Euros. You know what I mean? That's just my personal kind of viewpoint. But you have to play, though, innit?
Mad. I'm not an England fan, but if Southgate's that negligent for your side, when you've got even Tomori when he won the league, couldn't get in.
Yeah, Tomori.
You know, Colwill
Gahey. Mark Gahey for me has been good as well.
Ben White. I know these issues with Ben White personally or whatever's happened there. But even Ben White can't get in. There's so many players. Even Wan-Bissaka probably. You know, I put him up there as top 3 right backs in the league that second half of the season. Don't get near the team. So luckily for him, the manager likes him. But you know, there needs to be calls. England fans need to not riot, that'd be mad, but there needs to be pressure from England fans, social media, all this. You can't be having him in the team when he's not playing. Can't be.
Yeah. No, 100%. But the only problem is, though, guys, it's like, you know, there's reports coming out. 1 second, let me just get the super chat here. Goes, guys, interested if there was not some spoken about striker, do you think would be ideal for you guys from your favorite plug, Steppers, Flawless?
Now, the reason why I keep saying that, I think it was it a Mount deal? I think before we had signed Mount, and obviously the whole rumors was us, and we was in talks, and we'd made a couple bids, and I was like, I think I said something like along the lines of, yeah, everyone who hopes this deal who goes through, I hope you step on the plug this morning. That's what it was, and then he's just ran with that ever since. That's all.
Yeah.
People was trying to advocate. People was on my channel advocating for that shit. That's all. That's all it was. So I hope you step on a plug during your day if you want Mount to come to Manchester United. But we move.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, we're going to talk about strikers later on, man. Absolutely. But in terms of the Maguire, Simon Stone reported, I think it before, saying, no, that's not this one here. He says here, West Ham are interested in Maguire. Maguire is happy at Man United and loves the club. You know what I mean? This is a guy that's obviously got his Champions League money now, so his bonus is back. You know what I mean? He's on nice wages. I don't even know what wages he's on right now. Let me check Maguire
200
current
grand.
wage. Hey?
I'm
That's
sure
got to be more than that.
200 grand. I'm sure. I, from what I know, it's 200 grand. But
200 grand. How much does he earn a week? No, it's 189,000 he's on. So basically nearly 200 grand. Yeah, 200 grand. So basically 200 grand a week. You know what I mean? That's what he's on right now. You know, for him, like I know we want him out and that, but bro, like he's got Champions League football. He probably still is going to play for England, regardless of what everyone thinks. And like I said, he's got the wages side. It's going to be difficult, man. And obviously, Man United are saying that they want at least 40 million for him. I think there was a quote saying there they want 40 million for him. Like, this is where we have to maybe take an L, man, somewhere. He's not going to take that pay cut. Exactly, yeah. He's not going to take that pay cut.
But you saying Harry Maguire's got Champions League football is like saying the ball boys have got Champions League football. He's not going to play. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, you're right. He's not going to probably take part. But
it doesn't really matter. Like, but I hear what you're saying. You know, we do need to. Wait, I heard it was 50 million that the club won.
Nah, it was originally like when originally the conversation about him leaving came up. It was 50, then it dropped to 40.
But they'll accept 35, but then people think they won't even get 35.
They won't.
That's the one. Yeah, this morning.
If West Ham want him on loan, let him go out alone. Even if that means we have to pay some of his wages. Let him go.
I'd rather just sell him for 15 million.
Of course, in an ideal world, yes. But what I'm saying is, if West Ham don't, because it seems their preference is for a loan deal. Obviously, if we can sell him, that's best case scenario. But next best case scenario is loan. I don't want him here because at least if we let him out alone, maybe that can, and he plays decent at West Ham because he is a Moyes type centre back. Maybe he can raise his value.
It's only Moyes for me that can save this guy because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, yeah. Like everybody's evolving now. Like Newcastle went from McTominay to Tonali. Like these men were wanting McTominay. Like 18 months ago, they were hot on him. Then they went and got Tonali. Like, guys, people have just gone up, like, their levels. So, unless you're willing to take a massive cut and just take your loss, because at the end of the day, we overpaid, by the way. So, in reality, he should have been, how much should Maguire have cost at firstly? He should have been, what, 30, 40 million, if that? Like, let's be honest.
I'd say at that time, his stock was high because of the World Cup and he had a good season.
Okay, let's say caveat
50 max. 50 max. Yeah.
50 max, okay. If we'd have sold him now for around 20, 30 million, we'd lost like 20, 30 million now. But now we're going to lose anyway a huge chunk of that money. So for us to kind of say we want a high figure, like I just don't know who it helps and benefits. We need to take him off the books and just get rid of, because I feel like the negativity surrounding him, the fact that the fans have lost confidence in him, I just feel like everything that you put towards Harry Maguire now is at a loss anyway. So any money that comes in it, anything you get a profit of it, I just don't, like, okay, we need money for now. I get it, by all means. But, bro, we're going to be haggling over 10, 15 million. Just put a price in. I'd say for me, respectable would be 20, 30 million, around there. And then go and say...
I'd be over the moon for 20 million for Harry Maguire. He is not currently a 20 million pound player. Like, I don't get... Like, someone said in one of the comments you put up, like, oh, Everton got 40 million for Iwobi. Or people say, oh, Havertz went for 60 or Mount went for 60. There are exceptions to the rule. It's very rare you get big amounts or good amounts for players who are average or below average or poor or have not performed. It's the same with Alanga. Like, I have people on my channel telling me, oh, 20 million for Alanga is a ripoff. Alanga is not a 20 million pound player. He's not 50. I'll take 5 for him right now. Like these players are not good.
Yeah.
So we don't. So as fans, this is what I don't understand. We criticize these players at Manchester United, say
We
they're
don't
not
rate
good
them.
enough, they're this,
Yeah.
that, and the third. We don't rate them, but then expect big money for them. This don't make no type of sense. It makes
Or
no
we could
type of
loan
sense.
him. I think the Elanga one, you could loan him and then find out
I'm
how
trying
he
to
does
know.
well over
Well, we
there.
know you're-
And then
He's just not good enough. Just move him on. If
know you're
Everton, the
fine.
report said 15 to 20 million, that is great business because he's not worth 15 or 20 million. He's not.
I have to say,
they're saying he's amazing.
as you can probably tell from the
Yeah,
first,
gas it up,
AJ,
man.
the
Gas it
secret's
up,
out,
man, them.
AJ, the secret's out, man. The secret's out. You know what I'm saying?
Secret's out.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
we can't even lie
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, we've cursed him out for how long's Maguire been here? Is it 3 years now? 4 years?
4
4
years.
years. 4 years now.
He's been
All
right,
right,
so
4 years.
people, let's put this into perspective. He's been at Manchester United for 4 seasons, almost half a decade, and hasn't had a good season. How are you warranting a big fee?
No, I think his first season he was okay. Let's be honest. I think his first season he was
three
Yeah,
seasons.
first season and a half.
That adds
in a
to my
bit,
point.
yeah.
You just said it there,
Yeah.
Double A. He was okay, so he's not had a good season in 4 years.
But I never had high expectations for him anyway.
Yes.
And I have to just say though, and it's probably been evident for the first 20 minutes, I'm not a fan of Harry Maguire at all, as you can probably tell.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But if a League One keeper can go for 14 million, Harry Maguire is at least worth 30 million. I'm sorry.
I guarantee you that
England international, because we get stung by English tax all the time. So he's at least 30 million pound in today's
The
market.
problem is though, we can't sell well.
No.
You know,
not
this is
at all.
we can't sell well.
Even outside of the selling well, that League One goalkeeper, I guaranteed, I don't even know who that is, has performed to a good level.
But you know
in
what
League
it
One.
is though? But
Who's
let me
the
ask you a question.
goalkeeper?
Do you watch Apprentice? Do you watch Apprentice?
Yeah, of course.
You see how
Apprentice, my
these
shit.
guys. Yeah, Apprentice. So basically, these guys get told by Alan Sugar, to go outside and sell this pen to someone for £20.
Yeah.
And you know, what I mean, you probably coming up here, you thinking pen. But I can go to the local stationery, get a pack of 10 for that amount. But they can sell that one pen well for that amount, and that's what you got to realize with Man United. We can't sell well. We can't like glamorize Maguire. We can't come here and like, put a deal across.
The big difference between what you said there and I watched The Apprentice and them selling products and Harry Maguire is everyone knows, no one knows, it's going to sound stupid, no one knows the level of that pen. We haven't watched that pen be used and written with for 3 to 4 years. We've watched Maguire. Literally, we've watched him, his stocks slump.
It still isn't worth £10 though. But the thing is though, the key question is that pen, is it still worth £10 though?
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And that to who if you desperately
it's the same
need
logic in terms of
it's on the salesman as well.
Like,
the logic is, I get it, is similar, but like I said, he's 5th choice centre back. What 5th choice centre back at a club are you selling for 30 to 40 million? It don't exist. Let's use Manchester City as an example. Who's their 5th choice centre back?
So you got, to be fair, they're all kind of like, so they've got Diaz, Stones, Akanji, Aki. So they've got 4 centre backs.
All right, so who's after them? So whoever's after them, you're not selling for 30 to 40 million. Whoever's after them.
I don't even know, like, I don't really watch that. I think it's that kid. What was that kid called? I forgot his name. Laporte.
But Laporte, here's the major difference. We've watched Laporte perform at high, but we've watched Laporte perform at a high level. He's performed at a high level.
Maguire has for England. You could say.
Yeah, you keep selling this England. Against me and you could have got past some of them teams that England played. Panama. You know what I'm saying? And all these garbage. Because anytime England.
Yo, listen, Flawless, we just tell this well, you know.
That's why I'm
just calling this because these unrealistic expectations some United fans have of us selling well when the club hasn't done anything for 10 years and the vast majority of our players have been crap, and all of a sudden we expect big money. If we get 20 million for Maguire, that is a steal. Because if Maguire had performed elsewhere in the Premier League at a top club, the same way he had for us, and we were paying 20 million for him, our fans would riot. We'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Mount, here's the one. The same way we complain about Mount. Mount's performed at a better level than Maguire, and we didn't want to buy him for 60 million, some of us. And he's performed at a better level. He's been better, and we didn't want it. So what are we talking about? Like Elanga and Maguire, these players are not good. Why are we getting big money for them?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I fully hear you. Tiang Yang said West Ham could be a good place for Maguire. That's what we're
I
trying
agree
to
with
do
that.
right
I
now.
agree.
It's the only
Yeah,
place.
I agree. I think that's the only place for me. And then Masood says here, you all want Man United to be ruthless. Ten Hag is exactly being that 20, 30 million for Maguire's fair. Just a point on that, by the way. Look how Ten Hag has been ruthless, and people have been saying, "Oh, what's this guy really about?" And I had a conversation with an Ajax TV guy, I think 2 months ago, and I said to him, "What's he like, Ten Hag?" And he said he's ruthless. And he's cutthroat basically. And what he's done in the last year, Ronaldo, see you later. David De Gea, see you later. And then Maguire, kind of see you later in terms of giving out the captaincy. So for me, Ten Hag, fair play to him, man. And like I said, he's building the blocks in and he's bringing his ethos into Man United now. So it's good to see on that note. That's just a side note. But yeah, go on. Um, but in terms of, like I said to you, the reality is, yeah, guys, Maguire needs to basically go now. I feel like it's just got to that stage right now. Just hopefully we can just somehow get, for me, 20 million and 20, 30 million, and just leave it as that and we go. That's it. Simple. We leave it as that and we go.
I don't think he goes. I genuinely don't think he goes. I think the
I've got that
propaganda,
feeling as well.
the propaganda is forcing down your neck about, oh, look at me, I'm training, out with Carvalho, and then this statement, he actually says he wants to have pride wearing a shirt every time still. So his ego won't allow him to go. And you believe some of the reports, he still feels he can get back in the team. I don't know which team that is. I don't know if he's confusing us with someone else. Maybe he's thinking about West Ham. I don't. But listen, you can't look at Martinez and Varane and think, oh yeah, I can get past them too. Like, because you couldn't last season, so what's going to change now? Like,
he needs to concentrate on getting past Lindelof and Shaw.
Yeah,
he needs to get past stage one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who now becomes captain? There's 1,000 people here by now. There's 1,000 people here by now.
Hey,
so make sure you like the video first of all. Check.
Likes.
Come on.
What we doing, man? Because I know we ain't even at 500. None of this. What is this?
Nah, we're definitely
not. What is this shocking conversion rate, people? Likes. Let's bump this up.
Come on, people. Big up to the community. For me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go very, very left field for the captain. I'm saying Lisandro Martinez. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, the reason why I say Lisandro Martinez is because I think he's coming. He's sorting out that back line in terms of adding leadership qualities. He starts every move in terms of where we progress the ball. I just think he's a natural leader, man. I know people are going to say Bruno Fernandes, and we've got a lot, by the way. We've got Casemiro, we've got Bruno, we've got Varane for me, who I think is been a leader as well at the back. And then we've got Lisandro Martinez. So I think there's 4 viable captains for this role. I'm giving it to Lisandro Martinez. I know he's not been here long enough. Maybe people can argue, but he's shown me in a year how much he just loves Man United in terms of the way he plays, the way he comes across, the way, just his mannerisms on the football pitch, telling people where to go, ordering people where they're going. So I'm not gonna lie to you, it would be Lisandro Martinez. But anyone else that would want to come on here and give the armband to Mount? Listen, man, Nick M is probably a Chelsea fan, so I'm not gonna react to that.
I'm sorry, I can't give a captain's armband to someone who wants to be Eminem. I'm sorry, man. Like, listen now.
Well, there you go.
I'm joking.
There you go.
Wait, who wants to be Eminem?
Martinez with his bleached blonde hair. No chance.
Did he dye his hair blonde? I've not seen that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Eminem,
bro,
one of the
Wallace, you need to wake up a bit on the internet, man. For a guy that's on YouTube all the time, you need to get on the internet a bit more. Jeez.
They're all Eminem, to be fair. Mason Mount's got blonde hair. Anthony got blonde hair.
The reason why I don't follow these Manchester United players on Manchester United across any of the socials. I don't follow. That's why I miss all of this stuff.
I watch the game.
I didn't watch preseason. Nope. I'm saying.
Nah, you ain't watching that.
I'm 50-50 on watching these men. I'm 50-50 on watching these men in the competitive game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even too sure about that. I don't even know how we gonna line up. So that's what it is.
No. Listen, Martinez is a shout though. Like, absolutely. Like, I agree with you. Some people can say he's a bit too soon. A year in at the club and stuff. But he's shown already. I think 2 or 3 years after this next captain maybe leaves, it's him. It's him for the foreseeable. But listen, Flawless ain't gonna like it, but I think it has to be Bruno. I think he's shown. I said it last week. He's shown last season that he has the minerals to be our captain. I think he is the captain already. To be honest, I think he's well respected.
You would argue.
There's that clip of him in the semi-final after he'd come off.
Yep.
and he was G'ing the boys up. And I just think, like you said though, Flawless, there's him, there's Casemiro, there's Varane. You know, there's a pool of players there that are captains. So, you know, some say it is now just, you know, it's just a showpiece when really the captains are already in the team. So I'd be happy with any of them four. Really, I think Casemiro doesn't speak English yet, so I think that might let him down in terms of having the armband. Listen, Varane is an absolute leader, and I think he's been spoken about a lot by Mark with his leadership qualities. I think he loves that about him. But any of them four, I would take. But I just think it will be Bruno for me.
Yeah, Tiang Yang says smells like Bruno will be captain, but Martinez will be great. Sancho isn't a bad shout. Listen, Sancho needs to display some football, man. Forget let him develop his game. Don't need no pressure, man. But Varane's a good shout. The only reason why I wouldn't put Bruno, and this is going to be super critical, man, is that the big games for me, he don't turn up, and I mean away from home. You know what I mean? He don't turn up for me. And okay, the leadership qualities might bring that in him.
Bruno stands don't like that when you start talking about him in a
Well, listen, listen. I've got no. I give Bruno credit, and I also criticize Bruno. Yeah, I don't really have an agenda against any player, but for me, I just think in Bruno in big games doesn't turn up, and if your captain doesn't turn up in big games by performing, because at the end of the day, you know, what I mean, you can lead, but if you're not performing as well, that's a for me a sticky one. So that's why I would take it away from Bruno and give it to Lisandro Martinez. And people can say, well, Lisandro Martinez was the reason why we lost 7-0. No, it was the whole team that lost 7-0. But Lisandro Martinez, for me, has been consistent in his performances, just in the way he is in terms of leadership quality. So I would give it to Lisandro. But like I said, it's that element of moaning as well. Flawless. Is that sort of captain that's needed, or is it lead by example? Because Sancho did tell him to shut up. There's a feeling that he does moan a lot, and
he does. He's always complaining, and I don't have no issue with him like complaining if he's like G'ing up other players, or even if he's complaining at the ref. But he be whinging when things is his own fault. Like he'll make a mistake and then whinging. It's like no, that's on you. But aside from that, the captaincy, I think Ten Hag will. I think Bruno will get the captaincy. I think it will be him. Yeah. I don't really have an issue with Bruno getting the captaincy because, like I've said before, I think people overestimate the impact of it. And if you have captain-like qualities, you're gonna display those. So we wouldn't, for example, say give the captaincy to Martinez, and all of a sudden Martinez starts doing even more. Martinez is going to display those attributes regardless. Same with the Casemiro, same with the Varane. Personally, I would personally say Lisandro Martinez should be the captain. Should be the captain for the reasons both of you have stated. But if it is Bruno, I'm hoping maybe if he is the official captain, it helps him. Maybe it helps him raise his game. Maybe the extra responsibility, you know what I'm saying, levels up his game in particular, where I'm critical of him away from home. And it's not like be exceptional away from home, but stand up even more so. So maybe it's like, all right, now I'm fully the captain. It raises his game. I'm hoping so. So if he gets the captaincy, I wouldn't really be too fussed. And I
there's a poll now. There's a poll, people, by the way. So make sure you get in the poll who should be the next captain, and we'll see it by the end of the video. So make sure you do poll. You're gonna say something there, Double A?
Yeah, man. I think on Wednesday when we play on Wednesday, don't we? So I hope he tests out a new captain, and maybe if he gives it to Martinez in the dressing room, he passes it to him and he says, "Listen, you've only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow."
Opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna give it to him. Go all out. Do you know what I mean?
This guy with his Eminem.
Yeah,
this guy.
Absolutely, man. But you know what is though? By the way, Ten Hag will be making a decision. It's not a group decision, which I like. Ten Hag will be making it. Does he go with his old Ajax boy, Lisandro, or does he go with Bruno Fernandes, the fans' favorite, the one that's been here for a while, the one that's been here longer than Varane, and obviously, the rest of them, Casemiro. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, you never know. Ten Hag could just go different route and just go Casemiro here or Varane here. So let's see what he'll do, man. So the manager will choose it. So that's something that we'll find out, obviously, sooner rather than later. So that's a good one. We're gonna move over to Onana. We got some news from David Ornstein today. I felt like it was a good feeling hearing it from David Ornstein. I know, listen, I've got nothing against Fabrizio, but I feel like for me, he kind of like the more tweets he does, you lose excitement with him. Whereas David Ornstein, one tweet, and then obviously, you know what I mean, it gave us a bit more info. Man United set to agree personal terms with Inter Milan, Andre Onana today, and transfer fee very close to being finalised. 27-year-old expects to sign a 5-year deal. Hopefully, he flies out to Monday for the MFC squad to New York on Wednesday for the tour. Hopefully, like I said, we're going to hear something either tomorrow, here we go, or at least, that there's been a principle in agreement and then we can just move on, because this feels like it's just dragged out so much. Yeah. I've lost excitement. Like, Like, I generally, it's drained the kind of excitement out of it. That's what United do, by the way. Anytime there's a transfer, it doesn't get done like that. It's wait, see, that. It takes a while, but hopefully, like I said, we need, we get some, we get a here we go tomorrow.
Past all that. Do you know? It's funny. I was on a space with Usman. Shout out Usman. I love Usman.
Yeah, big up Usman.
Shout out Usman. That's my guy. Shout out Usman.
He's talking about the Mount deal. He said we got it done pretty quick. I went, bro, Usman, if we got the Mount deal done quick, I would hate to see United go moving slow. If 4 weeks is quick, I'd hate to sleep. This is what United do, don't they? They suck the fun out of literally everything. United fans can't enjoy anything. So by the time you get to here we go and he's holding the shirt, you're done. You passed out, yeah. But then, you get Mason Mount, I think, could be a good player for Manchester United. But I'm almost blocking United and him from Instagram now because I'm sick of seeing they've drained every last drop of this signing out of it. Like, you'd think we'd signed Mbappe or one of the world best players. It's all you've seen. Like, I don't care about him hugging the receptionist and the cook. I don't care, bro. Don't show me on the pitch.
The cook, though. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out the receptionist, yeah.
Shout out Barbara.
Legend of the club. Absolutely, all good.
They're the only ones that keep. You know what I'm saying? Everyone else.
I don't need to see it. I don't need to see it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's just United just have this weird fascination of being amateur, and that's the best way I can put it. In every, I went to an amateur football. Go on my Instagram, AA Football. I went to a non-league game yesterday. And
how was it, by the way? Before you carry on, was it good? It was Droylsden, right?
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm telling you now, the wildest game I've ever been to, and it wasn't nothing to do with the football on the pitch. It was terrible. There was fireworks. One of the players jumped in the crowd and was fighting the crowd. Then at halftime, the kids were on kicking the ball. One got levered right in the face. Then at the end of the game, kids ran on. The stewards grabbed one of the lads. The dads run on fighting the steward. Then the kids threw swung a punch at the steward. It was mad. It was absolutely mad. So yeah, go down to Droylsden. It's funny. It's a good time. But no, I genuinely think United are just a joke at this point, and everyone can see it. They were saying on Big Six, we use Said, are we now the banter club? And I think it's true. Like, we have come memeable in every essence of it. And the FFP stuff didn't help this week. And it's just it's hard to imagine how this club can sink lower, but yet the Glazers always seem to find a way, and they can drag us through the mud even more. It's absolutely mad. It's madness, to be fair. Madness.
Yeah, 100%,
when it does happen,
100%.
Buzzing.
Yeah, of course, man. Everyone will be getting the Rihanna songs and that, out and that. It's crazy, but
that's gonna be on the way.
You know what I mean? So I feel like
safe.
You know what?
Yeah.
Exactly. Onana, what a save. So
that's gonna be the
like I said,
please don't do what AFTV did. All you creators.
Oh
please
no. Listen.
Oh, shit, that was my plan, man. I was about to get choreographed,
bro. Listen,
start going out outside Old Trafford.
Like even the shameless of shameless. Like, I can't remember that you could be more shameless than me and a couple others. But even I wouldn't do that. Like, that's just something that
Hey, all for the shout out to AFTV because they are all about the engagement and they are openly honest about it. I respect it.
They must have done that weeks ago because that dropped as soon as that.
Yeah, of course.
They knew that was coming.
They had the choreographed moves. You seen Cecil like with the backup dancers.
It was
choreographed, Joe. They was choreographed.
Yo, fair play.
100%.
Listen, you know what I mean? That's the entertainment industry, innit? So fair play to them.
Right.
But like, that was wild, man. Like when I seen it, my jaws dropped. I was like, is this actually real or is this actually like, you know what I mean? But fair play to him, man. Cecil, the dance king, man. Shout out to him, man. Smokey Setty says it on that announcement video. They're gonna pull out a cracker They better show some clips of him at Ajax dribbling around defenders with Rihanna tune. Bro, they might do, man. You know what I mean? Like, they might do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they did it with Mason Mount. I think they did the Money Mace song. So they might do that with Onana, man. I just hope it's something creative at least. Because, like I said, I'm seeing intros for every other videos, but not United, man. And we
There's
got to
no
do a
channel.
couple, man. I hope there's a
No
couple
channel.
this summer. You know
No
what I mean?
channel.
So, but Flawless, what are you saying? Onana,
In
hopefully
regards
it's
to the
done
deal,
tomorrow, and then
I blame the fans. You know what I'm saying? In regards to, so we suck the excitement out of all the signings because we ask about it every day. We talk about it all day long. We tweet about it all day long. Fabrizio himself, when I think he updated in regards to Onana, and someone responded and was like, "Oh, you said this yesterday." He said the reason why I'm keeping people updated is because I get asked about it all day long. Look how long we're talking about Arsenal and Rice. Look how long they took to announce that. It's not just us that these things happen. That was a long time. Him and Timber. That was a long,
yeah,
long time, and it was delays and it was unsure.
yeah,
And then we see it. Obviously, it got announced. Arsenal fans are gassed. It's because one, we fall for the same nonsense. Manchester United, like I said
yeah.
before, we move the needle, people, in regards for journalists, any pages. So if you're talking Twitter pages, Instagram, websites, actual newspapers, you put Manchester United and a player linked, you're gonna get United fans there. It's gonna get retweets, likes, clicks, views, and we fall for it all the time. Adding the fact Double A just mentioned it, we have the Glazers in charge. The reason why we want new owners is because they know we move slow. That's why with the Onana deal, I'm like, it happens when it happens. People are acting like the season's starting tomorrow. Like, yes, you would like him here July the 1st alongside Mount and all the other players, but when have we ever done that in the last 10 years? When somebody shows you or someone shows you or something shows you what they are, believe them. Because we're gonna, if the Glazers are still here next season, they're gonna do this the year after, and the year after, and the year after. So with the Onana deal, I'm just glad De Gea's gone and we'll actually seem to be signing a goalkeeper of note at a great price. Always something, man. Manchester United fans like the stereotypical, you know what I'm saying, girlfriend or stereotypical mother or stereotypical sister or grandma just want to complain. Just want to be unhappy. Always something to be miserable about. If we were signing Onana for 120 million, that'd be the conversation. We got the deal done quick, but why have we overpaid for him? It's a great player.
Now fans will always be fickle.
For a great
That's
price.
the hope.
Always,
Yeah.
man. And the thing is with
Yeah,
United,
we love to complain. I'm guilty of it as well. We love to complain, man.
I understand the criticism because there's a lot to complain about. But with you, Manchester United is always something. I'm like, yo, you lot just
think you know what it is though. I feel like it's the biggest summer. I'm not saying every year it feels like the biggest summer, but I feel like it's like Ten Hag needed this to kind of go the next level now. I feel like we've got third, but now it's the next step. And when we see other clubs doing well, I think it's the kind of not anxiety, but the kind of like everyone's a bit like, oh man, we need to step up, man. Everyone's like, we need to raise up the levels. And I feel like for me, if you don't have that ambition, because it's always like what Man United do is they spend well when they're not in the Champions League. They spend 200 million last summer, but as soon as they're in the Champions League, they don't do that, and that's been the kind of
every manager had that.
Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah,
that is a fair. What you just said there, that is a fair criticism in regards to us not spending well after we've been in the Champions League. But you look at it this window, we've got rid of De Gea, which I just say some.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Some of us wanted us to do. Maguire is no longer the captain and hasn't been playing anyway. He signed a midfielder. Whether you rate Mount or not, he signed another central midfielder. We're signing a new goalkeeper. We're going to sign a striker of some sort. We may sign another midfielder. These are all steps in the right direction. But fans would rather complain about Onana not being done or us selling Zidane Iqbal for, what's it called, for 850K. And I was like, for everything to complain about with this club, and there's a lot. Because I critique this club a lot because there's plenty to criticize. Selling Zidane, I seen the outrage of that, and I was like, yo, all right, well, if he turns out to be exceptional, then I believe we have a selling clause, or we can buy him back. Because if we would have sold a player of Romeo, if we would have sold a player of Romeo Lavia's quality, and he's now potentially improving our rival, whoever that's going to be, our fan base would kick off, and that's Manchester City, who do the best business and are the best well run. But people act like others don't make mistakes. You mentioned it in regards to rival clubs. No, what other rival club currently right now, 16th of July, has done great business? Arsenal have got Rice,
Arsenal so far.
Cool.
Arsenal
okay,
so
but
far.
All right, but Havertz is the worst signing of the window for a top club. Correct. There hasn't been a worse signing than that. Chelsea have signed nobody. Chelsea have signed nobody senior. City have signed Kovacic for 20 million. Spurs, I believe they signed a goalkeeper and a couple others. Who else? Newcastle have just got Tonali in.
Liverpool have done well.
Liverpool have done well.
I think you know what it is though.
What
I
people
think
need to
I'd
add into
rather
the
concentrate
list,
on what we do. I think I'd rather concentrate on what we do.
But I don't like that excuse.
And be good.
Yeah, I don't like that excuse when people say, "Oh, the rivals."
That's the problem.
Yeah, people, and that I hear, but it's when people say, "Oh, rivals are doing so much better." No, they're not. Liverpool got those 2 deals done quick because of release clauses. Smart business, very, very smart business from them. But they still need more.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, no, they definitely need more. They've lost Fabinho and Henderson, 100%.
Don't get mistaken.
Big up to Smokey Says it's off topic for the Mandem. Who do you think is going to be upcoming young player next season? I'd do a madness. I think Goulet will be sick for Real Madrid. I still think Pedri will still be good as well. Pedri from Barcelona. He's only 20 years old. Who else is out there?
I don't know.
Garnacho's still there. I think Garnacho's still doing bits. Ethan Nueri, I think maybe too soon. I don't think he'll play games next season.
Wherever Haaland is, I think Haaland have another big season.
Well, listen, we'll talk about that as well. Anyone else in the chat? Let me know any young talents that you think will be doing well. Cherky, another season. That will kind of come out there. Trying to think. Bayern Munich, no. You don't really know as such yet. Someone's saying there, Jesse Lingard. That's taking a piss. That one. That's the thing. Maybe Ahmad now. The fact that he's gonna be at United now. Maybe he can be the one that steps up. He's only still 21 years old. So let's see, man. Let's see. Talking about Højlund though, Laurie Whitwell today in his report said talks are underway of a potential deal for Rasmus Højlund to Manchester United. But United are hoping to move on several players to fund their recruitment drive. You know what, though? Let me ask you a question, Mandem, yeah? Does Højlund excite you anymore? Or do you still believe we could get better than Højlund? Like when you got a girl, you're thinking, right, you got a nice girl and that, but, same with Love Island, isn't it? You see Love Island, though. I mean, same with Love Island, it's a Love Island experiment. You're with a girl.
That's just a wild start to an analogy, and I love this. Go on.
No. It's like, you're with a girl, on Love Island, and you're happy. But could you be happier? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, could you be happier? Like, could you be happier than Højlund? Like, because I think for me, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think I could, Like, I like Højlund. I think he's done well, but I just don't want to be stuck with the girl that I don't like, and then you're kind of you're forced into this miserable relationship, and it couldn't work. Like, I don't know, man. I just
do you know what I think we need? So there's 2 things it reminds me of. Do you ever seen that meme of that guy walking with his girlfriend and he's looking around? Yeah. So that's Højlund and that's another striker. Also, you just need your girlfriend to bring in a hot friend as well, because we need 2 strikers, bro. So Højlund is your girl. Bring in the hot mate who's a Kane or an Osherman.
Yeah.
Let's get the party started, bro. You know what I'm saying? Højlund is a great option for Manchester United, but he shouldn't be the only option. He needs to be facilitated and learning from an experienced striker. Listen, this kid comes in now, and scores 10 goals for United. He's only scored 9 last season at Atlanta. The banter comes back because a Manchester United striker, 21 years old, he's not ready to lead the line. We need a Harry Kane that he can learn from and be the option from the bench when Kane's having a stinker, or vice versa. You know what I mean? If he starts and Kane come on, we've got one striker and he's riddled with injuries, and this is why I'm really worried that we're going to see Rashford lead the line for us next season, which is terrifying, absolutely terrifying. So Højlund is a great young striker to come in. I think if it wasn't him, it'd be like Evan Ferguson. I would love to have. He's that type of profile, a young striker to come in, learn the trade, and then become the number 1 striker for Manchester United. As exciting as he is to bring in, it's lessened the excitement because we do need that 30 to 40 goal striker for sure.
And Zemiasi here, big up to you. He goes,
Shout
no
out to
one
him.
will ever look. Yeah, Zhao saying, let's see what he's going to say today. No one will compare to Rice, the captain, as captain material. Flawless score prediction at Emirates. Can't see you breaking down Saliba, Timber, and Rice. Come on, you could. He's asking
Hey,
for a prediction already.
Yeah. Zane,
Zemiasi.
ask me the week of, first and foremost. Ask me the week of the game. Secondly, I notice how you leave out your £60 million signing as well, your other midfielder, Kai Havertz. Interesting that. And as well, man said compare Rice, the captain. Rice is not even captain at Arsenal. What are we talking about? He's not even captain
Yeah.
at Arsenal. He's Odegaard, I
Yeah,
swear.
exactly.
But yeah.
It's Odegaard, yeah. So listen, man, I don't know, man. Ferguson is probably more proven than Hoyland, obviously, right now in terms of he's done it in the Premier League. But again, they're gonna ask for 50, 60 million because he's signed a new deal.
Yeah.
So anywhere we go, I'm seeing Chelsea today linked with Kolo Muani. I don't know if there's any truth in that one. Vlahovic is still flirting around everywhere. PSG are looking out for him. Um, it's a very, very like dead market for strikers, but let's be really honest with you, man. Like we're having Hoyland, but again, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not guaranteed. Like I don't think we're guaranteed 20 goals a season from him. It's
No.
more potential. You are paying for potential, but do Man United need to have potential now? Are we at a stage right
It's
now where
both.
We need both.
It's like
we
I
need
agree with
both? We
Double
need
A
both.
in
Yeah,
regards to he put
We
it
need
he
two
put it in a
strikers.
wild analogy, but like we need it has to be Hoyland. And I'm all for Hoyland. I like the profile. I've not watched him like that, but from his profile, I like you mentioned his potential. Price point could be a sticking point because anything north of 70 million for him is ridiculous. Like he should be 50 million max, 60 million max, or like 50 million
50. I'm not.
with a few
The
add-ons.
thing is, though,
Like
Balogun. I
go
was
on.
on a show today, yeah, with Igal, yeah. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
Shout out
He said
Gallus
to
too.
me, yeah, it's a good point. Balogun scored 20 odd goals in the French league. I don't really rate the French league. I think the Serie A is better. And the Serie A, he scored 9 goals. Balogun scored 20 odd plus goals. For me, he said to me, Balogun should be worth 40 to 50 million. So I was like, at first, I was like, nah. Can't be. But then why is Hoyland worth 50 million when he scored less goals than Balogun? And Balogun, to be fair, like I said to you, maybe his all-round game, like I said to you, might be polished and Premier League and whatnot. And I was thinking to myself, he's got a point because if Hoyland's going for 50, then why can't Balogun go for that? And he's done matched work in the
Yeah, maybe
French
that's
league.
how people look at it because it's not just the goals thing. Because from Hoyland, do we want him to score more? But I don't need him to come to Manchester United and get in his first season 20, 25 goals. Give us 15. If you give us 15, get some assists, and are a great foil for others outside of
Yeah, I
of
hear that as
GNA.
well.
I'm with that. I need both from my attackers. I need you to get stats. Don't get it mistaken. I need him to get goals. I need him to get assists. But I also, on top of that, need you to be a great foil for others. I need you to be a great outlet. It can't be where Hoyland is just a player we sign or any striker or any attacking player where if you're not getting goals and assists, you're pretty much useless. We had that with Ronaldo. People forget that we had a 20 goal a season, man. That is Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's not all just goals.
He was 20.
Yeah, you're right.
And he still is a 20 goal a season, man. If you put him in this team,
Probably
over
he'll
a season
goals.
he'll get 15, 20 goals a season. However, we was total rubbish because it's about the team. What's best for the system? It's about assist. And does Hoyland fit what I believe we're trying to do in terms of his profile? Yes. But does his output need to increase? Of course. But it has to be Hoyland and it can't just be
no, 100%. Before you come in, Double A, Zami, I say here, why don't you dance for Mount like AFTV for Rice? Why wasn't Ty in the AFTV dance video? Listen, I ain't dancing for no. Yeah, it's like Taiwan did one. You have to see one. It's on the subtweet. Yeah, check the subtweet, Zamiasi. And I won't dance for any player, man. The only video I'm gonna do, and I've said it before, is that when the Qatars come in, you might see me in a robe outside Old Trafford, and yeah, that's when you might see a video. But other than that, you ain't seen no player. For any player, I won't do anything. So yeah, man.
I will do a video of me dancing outside Old Trafford when the Glazers go. I will dance.
Exactly. There you go.
I'll do a full
Everyone
routine in a full. I'm not gonna say it anymore. No.
We get some rapping from Flawless. Yo, we get the DJs out. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we gonna be outside, man. You know what I mean?
I have a question.
If you don't sell Balogun, he will get more goals than Rashford. If you don't sell Balogun, nah, listen, you're capping. You're capping hard, man. Listen, chill. Calma.
Question for you two. Do you think we are potentially holding off until, so say if we get Hoyland in, one striker, Ten Hag's wait until January when Ivan Toney becomes available?
See, that's a long wait,
I
man.
don't,
Man.
Here's why it works though, and I've said this is the scenario that we should go with. Perfect scenario. You go get a Højlund, number one, and then you go get an even younger striker than Højlund, someone who's 18, 19 for even cheaper, who has just raw attributes. So someone who's just incredibly fast, incredibly strong, and then from August to December, they hold the fort down. And then boom, January, you've already done the deal with Brentford. You go and get Ivan Toney in January. Then you got three strikers.
What about
Toney,
Felix?
Felix
alone. Felix alone.
You know what? As much
thingy.
as I have my reservations about Felix and that deal has to be right, let's say for argument's sake, it's João Felix and Højlund. We'll go that. Felix on loan and we sign Højlund. August till January. That's a good two to have. They can rotate calm. And then you go get Ivan Toney in January and that's your free. So I'm with that. Do I believe we sign Ivan Toney? No. Because Manchester United rarely go and get players that I'm sold on. Like, I'm sold on Ivan Toney. Like, he'll be a success here, 110%, and there's very few players I think of that. But we should be talking to Brentford now.
Holy ass. Get out of here.
Talking. Hey, Zane, you was capping for Balogun, Jesus. How many strikers you gonna play? How many nines you got? How many nines?
Yeah.
Zane? What we doing
exactly.
here?
What happened to big boy Eddie that everyone loved at Arsenal? What happened to him, mate? That locked off.
Yeah, Eddie Nketiah. Call me. Come on, man. Guys, it's 1.2k in here. Make sure that I think there's 450 likes. Let's get up to 500. We need 50 more people liking the video, man. That's the least we can do. Minimum 500 likes. So if you're watching right now, 1.2k in here, hit the like button. Listen, someone said get Lukaku. How about you get out of this chat, mate? Lukaku, man.
That's a Chelsea fan desperate. Look at him begging.
I know it is desperate. You're going to hold on to Lukaku, mate. He's coming back to Chelsea. This would be lovely, if Lukaku actually said, I'm going to stay at Chelsea and prove myself in the Premier League. Yeah, and then Pochettino said, yeah, I'm with you. Like, that would be beautiful, man. Sensational. But like I said, for me, Lukaku, when I witnessed that touch, like I said to you, and it just became too much for me. I wanted him out, man. He was a good striker the first season, but that second season was disgusting, man. And he still got 12 goals, 12, 13 goals, but for me, his touch was awful. His game got exposed, man. He got exposed.
That's it, though, Saeed. He's a prime example of someone who is a 15 to 20 goal a season striker, but he's no good for the team. That's Lukaku.
Max, you're right, man.
We've still not got them Timberland skid marks out of the turf at Old Trafford. I don't want him back, man. No,
bro. Nuruddin said, you know what Nuruddin used to say, yeah. I used to see the balls paws would be on the motorway on the M60 or something like that. Like that's how far the football would go. And he used to say, like, I need to go and collect the footballs that have been left in the M60. And I was like, nah, you're sad, man. Like you're snide, man. But that's how his touch was so bad. Like seriously, like his touch was so bad. That's why I'm like, Højlund's a bit more well polished. I think Smoking Settings, I think you said it, like he's well more polished than Balogun, but I still think for me, like, I just want to see a number 9. Like I keep saying it, like I want to be like Rude. You remember Rude when we used to sing like Rude, like
like but what the problem is, Saeed, them nines that we're talking about, like in terms of established nines who are marksmen who you're like, they're very few and far between. We're talking Kane, Osherman, Tony.
Could Vlahovic be that guy though? Could Vlahovic
I don't like
be that
Vlahovic's
guy?
profile. I've said this. I'm done with these non-mobile, non-athletic strikers. I'm done.
Yeah, he's not non-athletic. He's not athletic. He's not mobile. But I tell you what, man, he's a killer. Technically wise, though, he's very, very sound in terms of technically wise. He's got a left foot. He can build. He can put people into play. He's got good link-up play. He isn't quick though, but we've got quick players around. We've got energy. We've got Mount. We've got Garnacho. We've got Rashford. Like we just need a bagsman. Like that's all we need, and also the link-up play. Yeah, no. But he has that link-up play though. Vlahovic does have that link-up play. Like if you watch Juventus, he did link up with other players. But then you get Højlund, and you don't get the other side of it, and he can't score goals. You know what I mean? Like which one would you rather have? A player who did well at Fiorentina. People got to forget. Remember, his season at Fiorentina was unbelievable. And then the season when he came in January, from the end of the season, was unbelievable. And then he tailed off last season due to injuries. And that was a big factor. But let's not go on like Vlahovic ain't no.
I'm not saying Vlahovic again. With Vlahovic is very like similar to Kane in terms of that's just my preference. It's a preference.
Yeah.
Like I don't want like these non-mobile, non-athletic strikers up top who can't interchange. Like it's easy to defend against. It doesn't mean Vlahovic can't come here and be a success. Doesn't mean if you sign Kane, I'm against it. I'm just looking at the price points of these players and what they give the team. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's my biggest issue.
Yeah.
Like it's say all the time, it's a pace and power game, especially in the Premier League as an attacking player.
Yeah. No, that's fair. No, 100% you're right, man. I just hope we can get a good player.
Yeah,
And
you
like I
want
said,
two, like, don't
if
get
it,
mistaken, I'm with you on that. I want Højlund and
I think we need
don't get
two, you know,
mistaken.
man.
Yeah,
Martial,
Bergman
like
too. Martial don't count.
bro,
You don't count. Man.
Martial don't
Can't
count,
stay
man.
fit and it's
You
not
know what
good
I'm
enough
saying to
anyway.
you?
Yeah, he's not. Mhm.
Who's this player here?
I have no idea.
I know what you're trying to say there. Man said my bowl of rich tea. My bowl of
is
rich
he?
tea.
No. It doesn't. It's not, man. It's my
rich.
itchy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
your
Oh, is
down
it?
below is itchy. Yeah,
Oh,
man. You could have
right.
got done there, man.
Nah,
Yo,
I
listen.
thought he was trying to say my bowl of rich tea. That's what I thought he was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought he was saying. I was like, it don't make sense. I
Yeah.
thought it was just a bad one.
To be fair,
is mad funny as well.
I've heard that player's not up to scratch anyway, so you know.
Oh my god, this guy. This guy.
Yeah.
Guy,
so listen,
guy,
let's hope, like I said to you, it's done. But in terms of like players leaving, to get like players in, like Fred, apparently 6 million is what Galatasaray have bidded, first bid. Like Fred as well, he's gonna go as well. I think we should be getting at least 10 to 20 million out of him. But again, Flawless, you said you ain't gonna, we can't be asking for money. 1 year left on his contract.
Yeah, 1 year left on his contract, which I didn't know, but Fred will command some form of fee. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's like 20 M's, like I think that's a fair amount for him. He's someone who has performed well enough at times where I think we can command a better fee. Fred's been better than Maguire. He's been better than Alanga. Like, so you can get, I think 20 M's is fair for him. But hey, if someone offered 15, I'd be like, all right, cool. Let's just get these players off the
6
box.
M's is disrespectful, man. Like,
Yeah,
genuinely,
6
that
M's
is so disrespectful, man.
6 million is
like,
wild.
it's a joke, man. Like, honestly, like, that the thing is, the fact that they're going in so low there just shows you how they know Man United are so bad at negotiating, and just in general, they sell. Like, you know, I mean, Bailly, apparently he's not going to go to pre-season. So again, I don't know where he goes to. Tellez as well, he might be leaving as well. McTominay, again, does anyone come in for him? You know, that's a good question as well. You know, so I just hope
problem is, yeah, someone will come in for 6 million, United will go back and say, how about 5? That's the problem with United. Like, that's what's, oh yeah, no, we'll give us 5. It's all right. We'll call it quits. Fucking joke.
Yeah.
Honestly. Ridiculous.
We should get the guy Richie in it. That's who we need, man. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Richie, you know.
Yeah. My bowler. I thought I said my bowl of. You know what I'm saying? Not my bowls. That's hilarious. I thought I said my bowl of.
Brandon Williams as well. There's a lot of people, man. But Fabinho, like I said to you, Fabinho's got 3 years left on his contract.
Here's the big thing, though. He's going Saudi Arabia. Now, there was supposed to be
Saudi
Arabian clubs in for Fred, and was it not Fulham in for Fred? So we'll sell him for a good amount. I think we'll get 15 to 20 M's for him.
Yeah, Fulham, hopefully, like I said to you, should come in for him. But like I said, they're going to be losing Paulinho, maybe. I think West Ham are going for him over there as well. So they might try to change their priorities. But, bro, as long as we can get... And then obviously Dean Henderson as well. Henderson again, you know, the fact that I keep saying we should be getting 30 million for him, people are laughing at me saying, nah, 30 million is a minimum for Henderson. 100%. 25 is the lowest I'd probably go, but 30 for me has to stick on that number 30. That magic number 30 has to be Henderson. Get that 30 million and raise some sort of funds, because he's a good keeper for a club that's a steady Eddie, like, you know, like a Nottingham Forest that are fighting for their lives. He could be a good player for them, man, and a good asset for them. Mm-hmm. So
for sure.
You know what I mean?
I think as soon as we get the here we go for Onana and that, I think Henderson's done. I think Henderson goes straight away. I think that's what you're waiting for with that one. And as soon as he goes,
Tom Heaton apparently might be going as well. Luton after Tom Heaton as well.
Right. And that's what Ornstein said in that tweet in regards to Højlund. He was going back to that the buying him, Manchester United trying to purchase Højlund is dependent on us trying to sell players as well. And we got plenty of players to sell. Even if we sell 10 of these players for 10 million a piece, won't work. That's 130 million. We can do that.
Yeah.
You got a lot to sell. You know what I'm saying? Just in terms of just accumulating. Like obviously some players will be less, but some players will be more.
So Ten Hag come out saying he kind of only wants 22 to 23 players this season to work with. So we we could literally sell 10 of the English players because that would go below the 25. I think if we have a 25-man squad, I think we can only sell 7 players. But if we went to 23, we could obviously sell 9, and then that includes more of that deadwood. So I'd like, Pep did that
Van
last
de Beek
season.
as well. Bloody hell. Forgot about him as well, man.
20
Van de
million.
Beek.
You'd be lucky to get 20 million for him, I think.
Yeah. There's a couple of loans in there in terms of maybe Ahmad, even though I want him to stay.
Ahmad needs to
Palestri
stay.
might be loaned out. Yeah, Ahmad needs to stay, but obviously, if there is potential, then obviously he might be used as a make-way deal. Yeah, then that's about it, really. I think everyone else is probably going to be here. Malacio, yeah, cover. Lindelof will stay. I think he deserves to kind of stay. He's been a
100%.
good squad, kind of, Oh, here we go. We got it. We got the here we go. Andre Onana is done, people.
It's
Here
been
we go.
announced. Now everyone can start
Yeah,
complaining.
now
Let's go, man. We got a new number 1, man.
there we go, man. Here we go. Andre Onana is finally done, man. Here we go. You know what I mean? Luckily, we stayed on for a little bit longer, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? We got our man, but that's
don't
for
end the
staying on
stream
the.
early this week, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're definitely not ending the
On to
stream
the next.
early this week, people, man. Finally got our man, people, man. Finally got our man. Here we go. Andre Onana is a done deal. After all that waffling, after all that time wasted, we have finally got our man Andre Onana to Manchester United. Is finally here. We go. Clubs are closing in on an agreement, and Onana will travel for medical tests and contract signing. Man United set to request visa for Onana for USA trip. Ten Hag will have his new goalkeeper he wanted. Yeah, man. People, man, make sure you smash a like for that announcement, man. You know what I mean? I was literally about to wrap up as well, but Double A, your final kind of reaction to that, and just in general.
Yeah, I was almost going to change the chant, to "Oh nah, what took your time? Oh nah, you took your time." But no, listen, it's a good one. Yeah, I mean, it's the keeper we've all wanted for what feels like a couple of months now after the Champions League final. It mate, but like we just said, they've sucked the fun out of it. If we did it in a week and a half,
Yeah,
on to the next. I'm happy it's done. Here we go. For me now, it's on to the next one. No time to. I'm not, suffering it. I'm not gonna sit around buzzing. It's on to the next one now. Let's go and get some players out. Now, like I said, I think Henderson is dependent on that. Here we go. Get Henderson out of the club. There's 30 million. Let's go and get Amrabat for 25. Get hopefully Maguire out, McTominay or Fred, whoever, Williams. There's a lot of players there that still need to go for me. So let's get some players out, and then we can finally get a midfielder and a striker. And listen, even with them 4 players, that's still a 5-6 out of 10 window for me, because we still need another striker, still need a centre back, and actually another striker as well. So yeah, let's go and get some more players in. Let's try and give this manager what he wants, because like you said, after last year, what was a brilliant season for this manager, taking the worst ever Premier League Manchester United team to 3rd with a trophy in another final, was absolutely brilliant. And the club haven't backed him, which has followed that trend that every manager has had. Been backed in the first season, let down in the second, sacked in the third. So let's see what we move on to now. If is it Højlund, is it Amrabat? And then we can go. But yeah, 43 million is an absolute steal for that keeper.
That's a great deal.
Oh,
yeah.
43 million. Yeah, that's
yeah.
I think with add-ons added as well, but
with add-ons
is sick. Like, you think he's probably, easy. I would say top 5 keepers potentially, maybe, but is in the way he plays football, he's definitely one of those top keepers. And he slots in and he goes right along Ederson, Alisson, and any other keeper you want to throw at me. He's right up there when he comes to the Premier League next season. And
yeah,
it changes Manchester United and the way we play football, which is even better. So we really go into the unknown now. How did Manchester United set up? It's really going to be exciting to see the changes that we see in pre-season. How's it going to work? Let's be honest. If it wasn't the statement about his captaincy that's killed Harry Maguire's United career, it's this. Here we go. He won't be able to play. He won't be able to play with Onana. He can't play that type of football. We saw what happened when Maguire, De Gea tried to play it with him in Sevilla, and they got absolutely battered. So Imagine he can do a keeper that can actually pass. I think he's. It's time to go, Harry, isn't it? It's time to find some pastures new, my friend. But no, Onana to United is a brilliant signing, mate. And I think the fact it's finally over the line signals the turn of the page, and it's a new dawn for Manchester United, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Flawless last words. Onana, done deal. That's it,
deal,
man. We got our keeper.
Yeah, great deal. Improves the team overall. Looking forward to see the impact he has on us both defensively and offensively as well. And Double A mentioned it. Like now we're in the unknown. Because now it's starting to form more so with Ten Hag's team. This is now more so his spine. You've got Onana in there, Martinez, Casemiro, Ericsson, Mount. These are all his signings. Now we'll sign a striker who he will sign off on as well. So the spine. So I'm expecting us to be even better next season. So yeah, man, stepping right and a brilliant deal. For everyone who talks about Manchester United doing bad business, this is exceptional. Keeper of this caliber for that price, who's played at the highest level, Champions League, been in Serie A as well. No complete. Someone Ten Hag knows, no issues whatsoever, man. And the chants will be fine. And the remixes, that adds into it as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, it's been a pleasure, man. It's been a good ending to the week, man. That's what we do, man. Sunday Unfiltered podcasts, you know what I mean? We had a bit of conversations on there, bit of frustrated talk, but we end on a positive note. Onana is set to be a Manchester United player. If that doesn't deserve a like on the way out, man, I mean, what does, man? Like, generally, what does, people? So enjoy the kind of ending to your week. If you're around the world, I know a lot of people live in the US and whatnot, so your day's just probably bubbling up right now. But yeah, man, big up to everybody who's been locked in. And Double A, let them know where they can find you, man. Link your channel and whatnot. Big up to you, bro.
Man. Big up to Saeed every single time for having me on the channel. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Big up my guy Flawless as well. Always good to chop it up on a Sunday evening. Andy as well. Big up to Andy. I was with him yesterday over at Drolston. That was
man. Big up.
Oh, was Andy there as well? Big up.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you. Big up the chat as well. You know, best chat on YouTube for me. They keep the show ticking every time and make me laugh all the time. So big up you guys as well. If you like me talking nonsense. I talk kit as well. My YouTube channel, Talking Kit. The greatest football kit content in the whole entire world. Our show, the latest episode of our show, Full Kit Rankers. That's with our, what is it not with?
Yeah, with an R, not a W, people.
There you
go. Not a W.
We had, you should know who he is. If you're a Manchester United fan, there's a guy called Stan Chow. He's an artist from Manchester. He does all the artwork for United signings. He did the one in the background of the Mount. He's sat down on that chair. There's a picture of Mount.
Oh, is it?
He's the guy who did that. He's done all United players. He's absolutely fantastic. So we got him, sat him down, and he ranked 10 shirts based off his own art. So yeah, go over to Talking Kit. Still at 1,000 subscribers as well, guys. So all of you in there, if you go over
go subscribe to his channel because he's doing different football content over there, people. Man. So make sure you go support Double A, man.
That would be sick.
Do that, people, man.
Yeah. Big up every time, man. Yeah, I love being here, but thank you so much.
Always, man. Flawless, you're going to be live later on, man. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Yeah, people. First and foremost, big up for having me as always, Saeed. Always love being on the channel, so appreciate it. Always good chopping it up with Double A as well. Salute to Andy. Large up the chat as always. Make sure you hit the like button here, subscribe, because Saeed be here doing phenomenal work on a consistent basis, people. And let's not just me and Double A. There's many others you see on this platform as well. So make sure you lot are supporting. Regards to me, at That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram, and then at Sarcasm City TV on the YouTube and on the Twitch as well. Obviously, cover Manchester United over on the YouTube channel, but over Premier League sides, Big Six as well, and then over on the Twitch, there's football content over there, but you got NBA, F1, NFL, boxing, plus more. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel Sarcasm City TV and follow the Sarcasm City TV Twitch as well. And we'll be live at midnight, people. 12:30 a.m. we'll be live. So half an hour after midnight we'll be live. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Obviously, probably talking about the Onana deal. This guy is shameless, man. He was in the group chat shit as well. Talking about the Onana deal and Maguire being stripped to the captaincy as well.
I didn't know the ex-president was that good of a keeper, to be fair. Big up,
yeah, exactly. You hold on to Kepa, man. Hold on to him.
Kepa, man. Man got Kepa.
Kepa can't hold on to stuff. That's so we know that.
That's facts.
Exactly, man. Yeah, man. Make sure you follow him, people. Yeah, man. Big up Stephanie, new subscriber, Double A, man. Make sure you follow Double A, Talking Kit, and also, yeah, she a real one, man. Definitely, man. Big up to everyone as well, man. There we go, people, man. I leave you with that, people. Andre Onana is a new Manchester United player. Here we go.